too often, in the 21st century, this is how we experience our world. We stand on the very edge of some of the most spectacular lands in creation, with our noses stuck firmly in some new piece of tech. For kids and teenagers, it seems even worse. So, how do we break that cycle of technological dependency and get our families outside this summer? Well, the Cedar City Tourism Bureau has implemented a unique program that not only gives over 100 ideas on what kids can do outdoors for the next few months, but it also lets them brag about it to everyone they know.
That's a wonderful program that the tourism folks are sponsoring there in Cedar City. It's called Cedar City Unplugged, and it's a way of getting kids away from their electronics, like their video games and computers, and getting them outside. So there's over 100 things for them to do during the summer, and when they do these things, then they get a little brag badge. And so we have several that are being sponsored by other businesses, and we're sponsoring one as well for getting out and exploring Cedar Breaks National Monument.
Cedar City is quickly becoming known as the gateway to adventure in scenic southern Utah. With national monuments, brine head, mountain biking, off-highway access into some extreme environments, and unique hiking experiences, all within a half an hour of downtown Cedar City. It is no surprise that Festival City, USA is the hottest outdoor spot on Interstate 15. Now, the Unplugged program capitalizes on that fact, offering a multitude of potential adventures that span the entire breadth of recreational possibilities. Some of them are as simple as helping a local senior citizen, while others push kids to climb on an ATV and hit the wilds of the Beehive State, of course, as long as they've had their safety training. I decided to try that myself and started my own Unplugged adventure by riding some of the areas I'd never visited here. Trails like Bumbleberry and the overlooks just south of Bryan Head up on the mountain are impressively beautiful, with red rock spires so close it's like you can reach out and touch them from the seat of your quad. An afternoon of off-roading has always been one of my favorite pastimes, and exploring the lands around Cedar City opened up new vistas to my eyes, reminding me of adventures from years ago when I used to go down there with my dad in the summer, and even those yet to be taken that I've kept in the back of my mind. Up here on top of the mountain, you're just a few minutes away from another of the Unplugged adventures. It's an area of vibrant color and commanding views. It's Cedar Breaks National Monument.
We're like how national parks used to be. It's quiet. It's not crowded, it's beautiful. We're going to be starting our 9th annual Wildflower Festival. This is an annual event that we have to celebrate the wonderful wildflower bloom that we have. For 2 weeks, we'll have daily walks led by volunteers. They occur at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. every day. On weekends, then, we'll also have a lot of family-friendly activities and special programs. So the wildflower bloom is just spectacular.
After touring the wildflowers, I've got another brag badge. But the day is moving towards sunset, and there's another place on my Unplugged agenda that I've wanted to experience for years, the Paraline Gap on the west side of the valley. Now, this is a natural earth feature that Native Americans used for centuries as a solar calendar, evidenced by some of the rock art and symbols that proliferate the area. On the winter and summer solstice, the sun will actually set in the very center of the gap. It's an amazing sight. I toured with Nancy Dalton from the Paraline Heritage Foundation and found out all types of new insights into this one-of-a-kind historic site.
When people come out to Paraline Gap, it's going to be natural until you get up. You'll think there's nothing out here until you get up close, and then you start to see the petroglyphs, and then you begin to wonder what they mean and who wrote them. So you get a good mix of the archaeology, the history with the petroglyphs, as well as some wildlife. And then if you're into the rock, you'll get to see how the rocks were carved and shaped just by the natural erosion process.
And those rocks form some very interesting shapes, like this one, of a face that at a certain time of year actually swallows the sun. Well, after one day, I was only able to get 3 of the brag badges, but that's the great thing about summer, especially for our young people. There are a lot of days left to explore and find new adventure. And here in Cedar City, it's even easier.
I think it's been a great success. We've had several young people come through that have hiked the Alpine Pond Trail, that have gone camping, that have watched the stars. These are all great things that these young people are doing in the summer rather than staying inside and being plugged into all of these electronics.
Well, technology isn't going away. But think about it. It's nice to know that you can unplug it for a while and find something truly worthwhile to experience in the outdoors with you and your family. For At Your Leisure, I'm Chad Booth.
Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.